Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Amira of thelittlemushroomcat.com. Welcome to my sewing space. Today I'm here to record another Flosstube video. It's October 22nd, Saturday morning here in Malaysia. I can't believe it took me so long to record my second Flosstube. Time just flew by so fast in September and October. I'm so sorry that it has to be so long before my second Flosstube, but I'm glad I'm here. I'm really excited to share some of the things I've been working on, some of the progress of the start. So this is where I share my cross stitches, a little bit of quilting at the end as well. So if you are new here, welcome, and if you have watched my first Flosstube, thank you so much for being there. If you commented, thank you for welcoming me in this space. I just feel so blessed to be able to kind of share some of the things that we are working on, and share it in this space. Like, you know, being in Flosstube, watching all the Flosstube is just like creating a new community, learning to understand, learning to just make new friends through this kind of virtual situation. Like, it's a two-way kind of way where I'm here just telling you, but I'm also watching other people, and it's like if we're watching each other, it's like we're still communicating in that way, and we're of course influencing one another, motivating, inspiring one another to kind of like keep doing what we love to do. So you'll hear a bit of noise outside. My kids is just outside. It's a holiday, and that is one of the reasons why I haven't recorded my second Flosstube for a long time. So what happened in September and October is that my husband, he had to go and take care of his father, and I had to be kind of a single mother here handling 3 little kids by myself. So I didn't have much time like to record. So now he's taking care of the kids, even though the kids is kind of noisy out there, but he's there watching the kids, so I can actually have this time to record a little bit so that I can chat with you. I love doing this. I mean, I just love connecting with other people with same interests, same-minded, and I just love to have this community. I'm just so blessed that even though I'm so far away from most of the people that I watch, I am in Malaysia, by the way, which is all the way across the country if you're in the US, which is all the way across the world if you're in the US, and it's just a blessing to kind of be connected through this YouTube channel and through all this internet stuff. So without further ado, I would like to share with you some of the things that I've been working on, and then I will also want to announce the giveaway winner for my last Flosstube video. I'm so sorry it has taken me so long, but I'll announce that at the end. So let's get started. So the first one that I worked on, I showed you some progress, a little bit of progress last time. I didn't take a picture of that, but I probably just pop in here what it looks like before and how it looks like today. So I've worked on this for a while. So this is actually a cross stitch, kaleidoscope cross stitch. So this one is from the book, Lori Holt book, Kaleidoscope, which is such a pretty book. I made a bed runner from this, and there's a cross stitch pattern inside of it as well. So this is such a pretty one. So you can make in the suggested colors or a color of your choice. I decided to make mine in a color of my choice, which matches the quilt that I made. And I have made some progress with this. So I'm using Fabric Flare pale gray gingham. So there is a gingham. I'm not sure whether it will show on here, but there's a pale gray gingham fabric. It's 14 count, and I'm using my own conversion of DMCs. I'm just picking some of the colors that matches my quilt, and this is how far I've gotten. So I've worked on more of the green bits, so I just thought that I would just finish all the greens and then work on the pinks and then go back and finish up with the yellow. I think that's faster for me, and I've been enjoying the stitches. It's just a pretty kind of patterns for me to work on, enough symmetry for me to keep going without looking at the patterns as much. So I've been really enjoying that, but I put it aside I think in October. I haven't touched it yet, so that was a September kind of progress. I'm pretty happy with it. I want to continue working on it, and this is why I want to do Flosstube. It's like when I look at the things that I'm working on, I'm feeling inspired again to work on them, and I really want to keep that going. And that's why one of the reasons, even though I am late for my second Flosstube, I want to keep this going. Okay, so bear with me. So the second project that I want to share with you is the hands-on design Let's Talk Quilting. So this is one of the series of the chalk quilting texty things. So they have like several patterns that look similar, and I picked this one as the first one. I do have another one which is on stitching, which I would like to work on after I finish this one. So I want to do one by one. So this one is about quilting. So if you don't know, I am a quilter. I've been quilting a long time, I think about 11 years since my visit to Australia. So I was a student in Australia and I picked up quilting then. So in 2011, now it's 2022, and I have a blog, The Little Mushroom Cat, where I show all my quilting stuff, and I've just picked up cross stitch recently. So this is my new kind of like addition. All crafters are like that. They like to actually add on a little bit more to their plate, and that's how I am as well. So this is how far I've gotten. Last time I haven't got that iron down, and I'm moving with that iron and a little bit on the stars right there. Now this one is on a 32 count linen. This is my first time working with 32 count, and it's a black color. So I did have some difficulties with that, and that is why one of the reasons why I'm a little bit slow on this, because it's not as comfortable as the other ones that I'm working on. But I do love the project itself. I love the text. It's just so motivating to just get one text, like one letters finished after another. So that is exciting, and can't wait to get to work with that again. So I am going to be working on this for the rest of the year, and hopefully that I can make a lot of progress on that. So I definitely love the text. It's just the fabric. I'm not really fond of it because it's black. I have another project that I'm working on recently that I've started, which I'm going to share with you. So excited about that one. That is 32 count, but it's on a lighter fabric, and I love it. Like this, I just feel like it's my sweet spot at the moment. 32 count is really comfortable for me to stitch on. I am back into cross stitching because I've watched a lot of Flosstube, and I learned that we don't have to work on one project at a time, and that is why I've come back to cross stitching. I just love working on a lot of different projects at a time and having to see like little progress by little, even though it's not a whole finish. It's just such a therapeutic, like kind of like the things that I love to do. Like I love working on the things that it's according to my mood, like whatever. I just make a little bit of progress, you know, one stitch at a time. So I love working on several projects at a time. So my next project is a new start. I haven't shown this before. So those two were the one that I showed you in my previous Flosstube. Now these ones is my first time showing here. Is a new start, but I've made a little bit of progress on some of them as well, because it has been a long time since I made my Flosstube. So this one is my birthday start. So my birthday was on the 9th of September last month, and I started this. This is my first Brenda Gervais with tie and needle pattern. I love it. I'm a coffee lover. I love coffee, and I've been enjoying stitching this on a 32 count. So I stitch mine on a 32 count. So let me see, what is it? It's a French Cafe Mocha linen fabric, and this is how far I've gotten. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I absolutely enjoyed working with this. I bought the call for fabrics. Let me just show you here. So these are all the colors that is called for. I bought it at 123 stitch, and I just sort of like add to cart, and it was so much easier that way. But Fat Quarter Shop also has just upgraded their cart, so you can actually just buy one of the recent one and with the called for threads as well, which makes things so much easier for me to kind of shop. So this is how far I've gotten. I've got a little bit of the skirt down, and I enjoyed making this coffee beans. It is so much fun to stitch that up. I just love it. It's absolutely fun to stitch. So this is the pattern. It's a small, but it's still taking me some time. I think this part is going to take a long time for me. It's a white, and it's like a lot of stitches. I'm sorry. It's have a glare. So there. So yep, so that is really fun to stitch. I can't wait to stitch some more because I bought quite like a fat quarter of fabric, fat eighth of fabric, and this is only taking a bit of that. I still have a lot to work on, so many more smalls for me to work on this fabric. I absolutely love this fabric. So this is again French Cafe Mocha linen fabric. I'll put a link down below whenever I can, so that if you're interested in any of these things that I show you, you can find it in the description down below. Yep, so that is a start and some progress. And I put this, it doesn't have a bag specifically for it just yet. I put this with another start that I started, and this is, so this is in this bag, the one that I made and I showed last time. Can't wait to make more bags. So this one is ABC by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I've been wanting to stitch this ever since I saw it came out, and there's a series with this and I want to do it all. Like, it's just so cute. And when I picked up the called for threads for it, I am absolutely in love. The call for threads, like those golden colors, it's just so beautiful, and those teal, they're so cute. I love the colors. So this is how far I've gotten. Oh, I got that little bee done and have some letters done. I am so happy with the stitches. So this is on 14 count. Again, the same fabric that I worked on my kaleidoscope. It was a part of that fabric. I just cut some parts of it. So this one is on Fabric Flare pale gray gingham. So this one is on Fabric Flare pale gray ginghams. Try and say that a lot of times. pale gray ginghams. So this is how far I've gotten. This is 14 counts, so it's easy for me, as after I work with all the smaller counts, this is just like so easy. It's like so big and so clear for me to kind of like sew with it. So I still love 14 count, but 32 count is probably my sweet spot right now. I'm still trying a couple of different counts just to see which one I like the most. 14 count, 25 counts, they're all good for me. I'm not really that particular. As long as I can get some stitches, it's fine with me. So this is the called for threads, and I'm putting this, I just bought this thread drops and the ring. This makes my organization so much better. So there it goes in my bag. I love this bag size as well. I'm going to be making more of this. And I have one more new start, and this one is something that I bought earlier, and then I saw Samantha of Hugo Stitches posted on Instagram that she's going to start it for winter. So she's going to start this for winter, and I thought I would join in as well because I've been loving seeing this, and I just picked up some of the DMC that I already have, so I'm doing my own conversion, and that is on Spring Quaker by Lila Studio. So you can pick up this pattern right now. If it's still on sale at Fat Quarter Shop, you can pick it up at a discounted price. but it's just so beautiful. I love all the quakers and the little basket of flowers and some town in there. It's just an exciting one to work on. Since I'm going to start this anyway, I thought I would start together with Samantha a few stitches. So I started mine a little bit on this side. So I know that I watched Samantha's latest YouTube video, Flosstube. She has started hers on this side, and I thought I would start mine on this side because I just love working from here to here. So I want to show you a little bit of that start. It's just a tiny bit, but I'm so excited with it. And I picked my own colors. I haven't picked all of them just yet. I am just looking at the motif and kind of like pick the colors that I think suits. So right now I'm working with this small flowers here, and I'm thinking pink and green. It does call for a darker kind of like color, like brown, darker brown, but I'm doing mine in green and I'm loving it. So I'm showing you what I'm working on. It's just a tiny start, but this is on 40 count vintage mocha, vintage country mocha. So this is Zweigart. So it's like it's modeling on one side, so it's printed, so you can see the model of the fabric first. So the back is actually plain, and this is my little tiny start. I'm going to show you up close. Isn't that cute? So that one is actually like this. I'm showing it wrong. Oh my god. Okay, that's like that. So that is my tiny start. I've picked up some of the colors. So these are the colors that I'm using. I am using a little bit more pinks than what is called for. There's a lot of browns in there, but I'm using more pinks. So I think I'm doing all the quakers in a little bit more pinkish color. I don't know, it's probably like in the middle of autumn and spring colors. I just feel like that's what I'm going to stitch it with. So I love the color of this fabric, and the modeling on it. It's just beautiful. And this is my first time, another first, quilt stitching, cross stitching on a 40 count. And I was so excited. I got started. I'm like putting all my threads, and then I started on this side actually. So this is where I started in the beginning. Let me show you that. And it doesn't look right. It was because I was using 2 strands of thread, and it was just ugly. Like I feel like it didn't even look like a cross. And then I just remembered, anything above 36 count I should use 1 strand, and I changed it to 1 strand. This is my first time working with 1 strand, 40 counts. I love it. I love the lightness of it, like dainty feelings about it. But I'm gonna be honest that it's not as comfortable as cross stitching on the 32 count. I'm more comfortable on that one. I'm a bit faster with that one as well, but I absolutely love the finish or the look of this. It's just so pretty and so dainty. I just feel like, oh my god, the stitches is just so cute. So this is what I'll be working on in winter. Now Malaysia doesn't have a season. We're in the tropicals. It's always summer here, but I really love the idea of, like, you know, the 4 seasons, and I believe that life does go through the season. And even though I don't have the season here, I still feel that, especially when we are so connected through internet. So I am still doing this regardless. So I love the wording in this as well. It says, no matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. So if you want to follow along with this style, Samantha has put the hashtag as sure to follow, or spring is sure to follow. I'll put a link down below to the hashtag if you want to follow along. So this is the one that I'm working on, and I'm hoping to get some progress on this, and I'll be showing you in my upcoming Flosstube. So that is all for my work in progress. Not much, but again, I've been busy taking care of the kids, making sure things are sort of balanced. I did have some quilting projects, and a little bit of haul to share with you. So if you are interested to just listen to a little bit of quilting, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, and then I drop into some of my hauls that I just recently purchased. So let's get into some quilting updates. So for quilting, one of the quilt that I just recently finished is a quilt along by Quilter shop called The Christmas Time. It is a mystery quilt along, and it is such a fun, quick little quilt. So this is what I made. And it's so cute. It was just so fun to join along with the others to make this beautiful little quilt. So if you are interested to start quilting, this is a great kind of little quilt. It does have a lot of pieces in some of them as well, but Quilter shop has one of the best pattern. It's just so clear. And I think for this one, yes, for this one, Kimberly also does a video, so you can watch her piece if you are not so sure about some of the way how it is pieced. And then I also made a video on YouTube, so you can find that, for these pouches. So I was working with some of the scraps that I have from one of the quilts that I made, and I made these scrappy pouches and made a tutorial for it. So if you're interested to make these little pouches from your scraps, this makes great little gifts. So I just love it. So I'm going to show you that. Some of them have really bright colored, so this is just really bright colored pouches. So these are just like from scraps, even like so tiny scraps. So I show all of this in the latest video. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. So this is another one, and I love making all of those, and then like I have them in stock so that whenever guest comes, I can actually give them out. I also give them to my friends and family, and they love using it. And another work in progress, a slow one, is my EPP, which is English paper piecing, hand stitch, and I've made one more grandmother flower. This is my recent finish. So I would say this is a finish because, you know, this takes forever to make. I think this one took 2 hours for me to kind of like get it all together. And I am out of the fabrics. So this one is from a very old line of Bunny and Camille, and I have lots of them. I have a couple more still to do. I am making this quilt from Editor Sita's book. I'm going to put a link down below to get the book. So I have 32 of this grandmother flower to make, and I think I have 28 so far with this, and I am out of fabric. So what I'm doing now, I have some charm packs and I'm like fitting in. So usually before this I had like the whole round is made of one fabric, and now I'm mix and matching it. So instead of having it like this, now I'm mix matching 2 different fabrics just so that I can get the whole round. But I love how it looks like actually. So I have 2 of them that looks like this. See this one and this one. So I kind of like the look of that as well. So it's a mix of that, and then I bought a couple of fabrics that kind of matches the colors. It's not from the same line because you can't get this line anymore. These are all from Bonnie and Camille Abundance. Some of it is one of her earlier ones, so that's why it's different color. Like it's kind of like reproduction kind of colors. So I bought a couple of fabric that I feel could match so that I can finish it off. So I'm going to continue on working on that. Slow stitching, I do enjoy it. It's just that I don't have much time sitting and kind of like putting it together, especially with this. You have to kind of bring a lot of things for it, all the little pieces, and whereas with the cross stitching is much easier if you have a thread come in. If you're working with one color, it's so much easier as well. So that is slow working, but it's still progress, and I really want to share with you that progress. it just gets me excited again to work on it. So that is a little bit on my quilting and sewing updates. I do have a little bit of haul to share with you now, and I'll announce the winner at the end of this video. So for haul, I really need to get some of my thread sorted, so I bought a couple of thread drops, and I can't just like get one. I got two, and one of the recent one that I just used, the one that I showed you earlier. So this one is just in my haul as well. So these ones are like paper. I'll put a link down below. This one is cheaper, but it's paper. But I love this one because this one's a plastic, and I know I can make use of these again and again. So I bought one by Lori Holt, the eggy one. Oops, there. There's a flare. And then there's one here by Quilter Shop. It's just so cute. So this one's going to get me a little bit of organized. And then since September, Quilter Shop now does like a thread or flosses sale every month, and last month they did an MPI sale, so we had like 30% off. So I bought all the blues. I'm thinking of making a blue sampler quilt. I haven't picked up the pattern just yet, but I thought it was a great time to kind of stock up. So I bought a lot of the same colors, I think 5 of each, on sale. So that is not decided just yet. It's just stocked up. I thought it would be a great time to kind of stock up on silk because it is kind of expensive as compared to other threads. Now, I think this month for October, they have color and cotton on sale, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put a link down below to their thread sales for this month as well. And while I'm there, I also picked up a fabric that I want to make a project bag. So this is Home Sweet Home. This one is by Lori Holt. It's Prairie from the Prairie collection. So it's one of the recent collection by Lori Holt, and I thought that was so cute. It has Home Sweet Home on it, and it's like a cheetah fabric. It'll make a beautiful project bag. So I can make 2 with half yards. So I bought a half yard of that. And then I bought a couple of patterns. I'm not sure when I'm going to be working on them, but I've kitted one of them as well. So this is Stitchville by Bonnie and Camille. I love the swoon block there. I've made a quilt, swoon quilt before. I just love that kind of symmetry, kind of colors. And I bought threads pack for it. So this one is also from Quilter Shop by, I think it was a thread pack for Feels Like Home. So I'm going to do it in this color. So it's not like a fully of my own conversion, but I thought it would be just easy for me to kind of like pick a thread pack and just start working with that. And then I bought a couple of patterns. One of them is, this one is on sale. So Blessed. I want to put this in my sewing room. Still not sure whether I'm doing it in pink. I probably want to do it in blue. And then I got the new pattern by Hands On Design, Stitch Some Happy. I thought this is cute. This is super cute. So I'm gonna try and start that soon. So many things that I want to start, but that's how it is, right? And I bought 2 different fabric. One of them, the one that I just got started with, which is the 40 count vintage mocha, the one that I started my Spring is Sure to Follow. So this one is the new fabric. And then I bought another fabric, which is Newcastle Linen Fat Quarters Slate. So this is something new for me as well. I bought this, both of them is 40 count. This is my first time. So both of them is 40 count, and I thought it will be just great for me to kind of like get started and see how I like it. So far I like it, but it's not my best like comfortable stitching. I still love the 32 count, the one that I'm working on, the coffee one. I love that one. And then my last one that I bought is the, what is this? White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick. I'm definitely going to sew this, stitch this up. I love butterfly or moth. I don't know, there's something about them that's just like, it's very interesting for me to kind of like look, paint or cross stitch. So this is the one that I bought. I'm not sure whether I should just stitch it on the gray. It is going to be a little bit different. I'm thinking of changing it a little bit, probably doing it in gray, but some of the grays in here, I want to change it to navy, kind of like dark blue. So not really sure about that just yet, but if I do, I am going to pick my own colors for that as well. So that is it for the haul and for this Flosstube. Just before I go, I want to pick the winners for last Flosstube giveaway. That was for the support group cross stitch pattern with the needle minder. This stitch along is going on right now to support the breast cancer awareness, so you can actually still support them, the charity that they are doing. Fat Quarter Shop is hosting the stitch along. You can check them out. I'll put a link down below. It's also a nice kind of cross stitch to work on as well. Super cute bras, and this needle minder is just adorable. So the winner is Martha Cook. So congratulations. I'll post this once you give me the address. So for this week I don't have a giveaway, but I'll be sure to have another one next Flosstube. I'll pick up a few stuff because I think it's best for me to kind of like pick up a couple of stuff so that I can save on some postage. With that, thank you so much for being here, for staying here and chatting along with me. So leave a comment down below. Tell me what you're working on. It's always nice to kind of have this feedback and chat along. It's nice getting to know you as well. So leave a comment, give a like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next Flosstube. Till then, happy stitching. Bye bye.